something out of my nightmares. Seen it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored? Welcome to Dear Dana. It's a Sunday night. I shifted us one night.
With you, I
had to get some of my energy back.
I could feel the sweat inside my
I'm in home improvement and it's
me like
kicking my
cats on a
butt.
string. You don't
Welcome into the chat.
You don't ever want
Let's
to get
inhale
me.
deeply.
You don't ever want to set me free.
Hold
you know
it.
I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with
Blow
the
out
evil
all the
voodoo.
stress
Got me
that
coming back
does
for
not
more, even
belong.
when I've been
Blow
screwed.
it on
Dolls
out.
full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got
Inhale
issues
deeply
in my
through
head.
your
I
nose.
like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh,
Hold it.
everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come
Exhale
up
to the
desperate.
count of 4. Let it all out.
And I play dead and I stay dead. Baby, you'll get sick of being the monster.
Inhale deeply to the count of 4.
Think you're something out of my nose.
Hold it. Exhale deeply to the count of 4 through your mouth.
And I play dead and I stay dead. Then will you get bored again?
Stop.
If I play dead, will
Everybody.
you regret everything that you did, that you
Listen up.
said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and
Stretch it
blue
out.
from the bruising. I feel like
Let
when
it
I'm
all
with you I'm
go.
losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there
Let
gaslighting and
all
confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion.
Welcome to Dear
Even though I
Dana.
offer all
Welcome
of
in
the
the chat.
solutions, I wish you loved me like I love
Gonna
you.
let
It's
this music
stupid.
go now.
When I'm alone with you, I never
Thank you for
feel
coming and
lucid.
thank you
I
in the
wish I
bushes.
wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I
And
first
that
saw you,
music
I
is
knew
by
this. When I'm with you, I
NFX.
feel so useless. I feel
I love NFX. They just match my energy better. They are my jam. They just tend to match my energy better. Thank you, Care Bear. Welcome, Sarah McCluskey and Wendy Lucas and Care Bear and everybody watching in the bushes. I see you too. I wish you'd come out in the chat. We're not scary here. It's a no hate zone. We are about your vibe attracts your tribe. This whole channel is about supporting each other. Good energy, uplifting energy. We talk about things psychology, spirituality, social commentary, pop culture, anything that has to do with being human. Positive energy. No beat downs in this room. But we do talk about things. And today we are talking about a few things. One of it, which is Priscilla Presley, is contesting Lisa Marie's will for she added something Lisa did a few years ago about if she was unable to make decisions or no longer here, that she was going to pass her duties over as trustee for the Elvis mansion, etc., over to her son Ben and to her daughter Riley. Hello, HFA, my backstep. Welcome here again. But Priscilla didn't know about it. She did not know about it. And the thing of it is, this thing's making too much noise. Lisa Marie did not notify her mom. And I kind of get why she didn't. Because if she'd notified her mom at the time, there would have been a disagreement, a scuffle. Because her mom and her ex-manager were kind of running the show. And we all know that Lisa Marie took her ex-manager to court. She didn't want him to be the manager anymore, and she took him to court for mismanaging over $100 million of her money and leaving her with $16,000, except for what she had in what she had put away in some things that she had. What is it called? When you put it in, hey, Willow, when you, oh, Dana, think. When you put it in things to make money and get the dividends from, and for money that she would get monthly, he'd blown a lot of money, which he denied. And he was asking the courts to make her pay him $800,000 in attorney fees. And the judge said, hell to the no, no, no. It wasn't so much savings, it was investments. But he had blown it in some bad investments, she said. So she fired him and didn't want him to have anything to do with the Elvis estate, etc., as a trustee with her mom. So at some point, I guess it was like 2016 or so, she put an addendum on her will that if she was incapacitated or passed away, this was before her son Ben passed away, that Riley and her son, who were more than adult, would take over as trustees for the Elvis estate. But since then, Ben has passed over, so it would go to Riley until such a time as her twins became adults. Because her twins are only 14 years old, and her ex husband, Michael, I think it's Conrad, who has been taking her to court and taking her to court and taking her to court, wanting more and more and more money, not just for child support when she had it most of the time, but he wanted spousal support and he wanted it to be raised every single year. And especially since he heard the Elvis film was coming out, he's remarried and he was sucking her dry. He was sucking her dry. I don't respect that from a man. Come on now. I don't know what he plans to do now that he can no longer keep taking her to court. Yeah, Michael Lockwood. Thank you. Sorry, I said Conrad, didn't I? Thank you, Sarah McCluskey, for giving me that information. I had a glitch brain. But I do not particularly care for him because he was just continually keeping her under stress, taking her back to court, back to court, back to court, back to court. Yeah, they were both Scientologists. Lisa Marie stopped quite a few years ago. I'm assuming Priscilla still is. I don't know. I am assuming that she still is. But Lisa Marie no longer was. She let it go a few years ago. Lisa Marie did. So, that being said, Lisa Marie has barely had her celebration of life. And I find it interesting. Now, I know Priscilla has to be grieving, that's her only child. But I find it very interesting. I'm sorry that she's already jumping on the court train to try to modify this and say that this couldn't be real. She's saying that Lisa Marie spelled her name improperly, and that doesn't look like Lisa Marie's accurate signature. And because it was not stamped, yeah, me too, Sarah, that it was not notarized, that it should be thrown out. But see, now that she has passed away, you can write a letter before you leave this earth and it be looked at as your last will and testament. And they definitely do not want Lisa Marie's ex manager involved in it. Very, um, Because to me, if she was Barry Siegel, if she was fighting him that hard, he does not need to be a part of it. Where there is smoke, there is fire. So you got Priscilla Priscilla and Barry Siegel as the last ones that were overseeing it. So if she's going to fight it, it seems to me that she would be fighting for both of them to be on it. She says she's fighting it for her and Riley to both oversee it. Now, I don't know what Riley's saying it, but here's my thought. If Lisa Marie now would have Riley to be the trustee, Riley could very easily say, Grandma, can you please help me on this because you've done such a great job over the year and it would be easy peasy. No need to fight in court. You get what I'm saying? So why is Priscilla pressing this so hard? When Riley could very easily say, Grandma, I have this movie to do. I have a brand new baby. Let me just add you on this. Can you help me with this? So why is she pushing so hard to take it to court? That is my question. It just seems icky to me. It seems very icky, on the verge of greediness. Why so soon? I hate to say that. I hate to say that. You know, I see these little interviews here and there, and as a mom that has lost a child, the grief is just gutting. The grief can be gutting. And Lisa Marie lost a child. I know it's gutting, especially the way she lost it. But to do this so quickly, ooh, 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 ooh. It just seems dirty, icky, 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 icky. I have a feeling Riley's going to fight this. Her mom probably told her the reasons she wanted her and her brother added to the will to run as trustees. And see, Riley would easily, because it's all left to her and her sisters, right? She would easily add her sisters when they become of age. They're 14 now. She definitely doesn't want it left in the hands of the 14-year-old's dad, Michael Lockwood. So that's why she would wait until they become of age. Because he get his hands on that, he'd burn through it so hard. We know that. Makes me sick. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'll have to go look. I didn't see it. I will go back and look, Sarah. Forgive me. I did see your channel. If anyone gets a chance, please go follow Sarah McCluskey. She has some cute puppies and really cute videos. Um, I'm going to be honest. I will take some pictures. I wore myself out. We got new carpet, and I told my husband, I am going to paint our bedroom and the trim before they put the carpet in. And he goes, no, you're not. That's too much work. Before they put the carpet in, we have to move all the furniture and everything in the room out. And we're going to have to put it back in. That's too much work. I'm not going to do that. And I said, do you realize who you're talking to? And he goes, yeah, forget it. So, yeah, I did that. And I'm paying for it because I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. Virginia Woolf says, hey, Virginia Woolf. Attorneys make a killing on this stuff, and it is expensive to fight this type of thing. That is about as much as I know about this topic. Yeah, and think about this too. I'm not saying she's a gold digger. Not saying she's a gold digger. But look, Priscilla Presley was married to Elvis for a very short time. I mean, they married shortly. I mean, they divorced when I'm going to say when Lisa Marie was like 5 years old. So think of how many decades ago was that? She was with her son's dad for just a pinch over 20 years. Never married the guy and dated other people. Never married the guy, my feeling, to hold on to that Presley name, to hold on to that Presley name. Why, you say? Why do you think? Why do you think? So she could always claim the fame that she was Elvis Presley's only wife and still kind of call herself Elvis's wife and go by the Presley name. Now, she did help amp up the money that his name and the estate and stuff was valued at. I'll give her that. But let me tell you, she earned a lot of money by holding on to that name. Otherwise, she would not have had the value that she has today. So look at that. Look at that. Now, she may want to keep it rolling like it is, but she has made most of her wealth off of the coattail of Elvis. This is true. Now you have this Elvis movie. Now, I don't know how all of that pans out as far as what they got paid, because you know they got paid some bank. And it made, and still is making, a ton of money. A ton of money. Now, Lisa Marie is no longer getting a cut of that. Right? She's no longer getting a cut of that. So that would go to Lisa Marie's kids and Priscilla. So now, how does that pan out? Have to think about it. How does that pan out now? And does it pan out differently if Priscilla doesn't run the trust? That's just a question I have. Does it pan out differently if Priscilla is no longer part of the trust? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Just wondering if that's why she's jumping so quick. I'm not saying she's a gold digger. I'm not saying she's a gold digger. Not saying she. But your daughter has just been laid to rest. What, a week ago? A week ago. I know how I felt a week into losing my son. You pretty much had to scrape me off the floor. No joke. You pretty much had to scrape me off the floor. And she's in court? I ain't saying she's a gold digger. But I said it, hey, Mom Moon, welcome. I said it years ago. She freeloaded off Elvis and his name for years. She makes me sick. She was always jealous of Lisa. Evil, bitter woman. Strong opinion. Strong opinion. She did a couple little movies or guest spots in movies. and she tried to keep the Elvis whole estate thing going. I don't know what else she's done. I'd have to investigate. And I've seen her on talk shows. She wrote a book. She wrote a book. She badmouths Ginger Alden. I don't know what else she's done. She got a facelift from hell. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. With stuff you make cars with. Huh. But, up until now, I just let her be. I let her be. But like I said, I've lost a child. I lost my son 5 years ago. And I have felt for her losing Lisa Marie. But when I saw this, I was like, girl, you already going to court over this? And her manager's one of the trustees? How do you wiggle that apart? And then you're saying you want to do it with Riley. But if Riley's already on it would be real easy for her to say, Grandma, I'm busy acting. Can you do this with me? And Riley just at her. So I can't wrap my brain around her wanting to fight, go to court with it. Because you have to prove your daughter was incompetent when she did it. You have to prove she was incompetent when she did it. And get people to talk against her. Sarah says, I have not seen the Elvis movie yet. I might need to. It's good. Austin Butler did a very good job. It's long. Girl, it's a long movie. It's like 3 hours. I've said that about Priscilla for years. She was always freeloading off of Lisa and her family, repulsed by the movie. I think she gets money off of the estate and the book she wrote. I don't know if her book's still selling. So I don't know where she gets most of her fundage from. Sorry, not sorry. I thought it was a Halloween mask, but it never came off after the holiday. Girl, I have to say, Priscilla's mouth looks like... How do you do it? Like her cheeks are... Like somebody sewed her cheeks up into her mouth. Like, it reminds me of... What's the scary dude on Batman? Joker. That's who it is. Reminds me of the Joker. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just talking about the botched part. I got sucked in at first too, but I knew exactly what she was going to do with the grandkids. I saw this coming, said it for years. And you know what though? I don't like the twin girls' dad. I wish they were with Priscilla, or at least find a way to split time. I mean, it said that they're going to get to spend time with Riley, and I'm sure they love their dad, but what's going to come of that? I mean, he was taking Lisa Marie to court left and right to get more and more and more money. Last I heard, it was like $40,000 a month. Wasn't it for like alimony? And that is my point. After a loved one passes and a will is made, people get crazy. People that you think are loving and kind, if the will is not the way they think it should pan out, they often get crazy. I have seen it happen right in my space. I Look, I had a relative. I'm not going to say what kind of relatives, okay? I had a relative leave me and my brothers and others money that others in my family thought they should have been left with, okay? And I had an older relative over us that had been saying when they found this out, but my friends think I'm going to be rich. Now, listen, the one that left us money after it was split up among, we were not rich. And this person was not going to be rich. She thought in her mind richer than she'd ever been, and it might have appeared that way to her po friends. But how sick is that to say? After the death of someone close to you in a family and you did not get what you thought you were going to get, tell me, please. And this was your parent. I thought, has she lost her mind? Has she lost her mind? Wills turn people crazy. 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 A lady that was like a second mother to me left a little tiny piece of jewelry and a little bit of money to me. It was like $3,000. And when the family found that out, not one family member, but the rest, they were about to freak out because I was not blood family. But I was close to her and been there for her. And I could care less if I got anything. I'm going to be honest with you. But they were about to freak out that I was included in that. And it was coming out of some of them. People get crazy over money and material objects. Crazy. It is heart-wrenching to see. I have always been a fan of Lisa Marie. Always thought she was a beautiful woman. I never got to meet her. Such a shame. I wish I'd got to meet her. That's what my daughter says too. She cried when she found out she passed. She's always wanted to go to Elvis's estate. Yeah, I agree, but to be with Priscilla, not sure which one is worse. Sometimes deaths need to be investigated when there's big money at stake. Just saying, I agree with you. When there's big money at stake, I completely agree with you because you never know. You never know. If it looks squirrely, investigate. Investigate. Because you never know if somebody's going to do something to try to get their hands on the money. My dad gave my son some old coins, and my sister saw this and went over and took the coins from him. He died shortly after. That is, what right did she have to take the coins when your dad gave it to him? I don't get that. They say money is the root of all evil. It most definitely can be. It most definitely can be. I mean, you can do good things with money, but it changes people terribly sometimes. It changes people. I mean, look at some of these shows you watch on TV where these young kids will do things for insurance. Makes me sick. Don't like. I don't like to watch the energy behind those shows about what people will do just to get their hands on money. Have any of you ever encountered situations where you lost someone you loved and a will was read and you noticed the behaviors of people change? That is what I'd like to know. Like with this whole Priscilla thing, they're going to have to fight in court and prove this and that and the other to get any of it changed. And she's going to have to haul in that ex manager, which is going to be a mess, to fight this thing. And she may even have to take a statement from the ex husband, which would be against everything Lisa Marie wants. That's why I don't understand why she doesn't go with the simplicity of allowing it to go to her granddaughter Riley and just have Riley add her on as a co-trustee, because Riley is getting a lot of jobs in movies and she has a brand new baby. Very simple, unless there is something we don't know, unless it goes vastly deeper and we just don't know. It's heart-wrenching. And then it makes you question if people can just take this to court, right, and dispute the things you write, what would be the point in having a will in the first place? So it's going to be interesting how this pans out. And presently, in my opinion, it does not make Lisa Marie look very good right now. And I'd like to know, those that are watching and those that watch later, I'd like to know what you think about what's going on. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing, and maybe there's something I don't know legally. Or maybe you have the scoop on this. So if you're in the bushes, let me know in the comments later what your theory is or what you think is going on. Miss Sarah says, that did not happen in my family, thank God, but I've always noticed a change in my uncle ever since he had his 3 boys. He and I used to have a really close relationship. We don't now. Oh, since he had his 3 boys. It's probably because he's busy with his kids. Sometimes when people get their own kids, energy changes because the focus changes, because they become dads. When my great aunt passed, my mom inherited her house. My mom's distant cousin stole the house right out from under her and messed up the thing about it. Was that my mom was going to give her the house. How did she steal it right out from under her? I don't get that. If your mom inherited the house but how did your distant cousin get it right out from under her if your mom inherited it? Unless she just went in the house and took it over like that. Squatters' rights. Priscilla always took credit for saving Graceland, but she was milking Lisa from day one. I said it years ago. Lisa was never going to be free of her mother, not financially anyway. I kind of get your point. I kind of get your point in a way. On one level, I get that. On another level, Lisa did have years of difficulty, too. But I do get your point, Mauve Moon. How Lisa could be her ticket. Sarah said his kids are now 20, 16, and 14, so they're pretty much grown. Yeah, no, Sarah. Because, girl, I got a 21-year-old, and she's grown, but she's not. Because there's still a lot of things you have to help them navigate through. But I get what you're saying. Sometimes maybe just reach out. Reach out and call. Maybe he doesn't know how you feel. She went to the city and told him the house was abandoned. What? That is insane. That's sneaky. I'm sorry that happened. I'll just say this on that topic, Dana. There are some very bad people out there, and I don't know how they live with themselves. Virginia, I don't know how they do it either. And when it comes to money and stuff, sometimes they get so greedy they don't have a conscience. They don't have a conscience about it. Me and my brothers, we're always fair about things. And it's not worth it to us to argue over money and things. We're always fair about things. You know what I mean? People should be more like that. But then you've got some greedy folks, they don't care and they take no prisoners. They will just. Wow, Care Bear, I'm so very sorry. Some siblings or family do not wait until they pass. Like with my husband's brother, he took his dad to the lawyer and had him sign over all the land when he showed signs of dementia. He has it all now. So he didn't have to connect with your husband or get permission or anything. He just went and did it. What a hot mess. I would be battling that one. You were right, Wendy. When someone passes, it will always bring the nasty out of people and family. Because some of them are nice and kind and loving and want to do the right thing. And some of them are like vultures on the roof. And that's the truth. And that's the thing though, that's when you begin to see the true colors of people. You begin to see the true colors of people. Sarah says, would you like me to join one of your lives soon? Because I'm over 18. I'm 29. I will be 30 on June 29th. Sure, Sarah, we'll have to come up with a topic. What does your channel primarily focus on? Or does it have a focus, would you say? We'll have to come up with a topic. The mother's still on the ranch and they're forcing her leave so his kids can take over the ranch now that he has the farm. The money and the account's all gone. That is so heartbreaking. Sarah is a sweetheart. Sarah, we'll work on a topic, okay? And have you come up. Woo! Basically about living with special needs. Well, we'll do that then, Sarah, okay? We'll get it together and do that. By the way, Wednesday, we are having a ghost hunter. The paranormal come up on Wednesday to talk about ghost hunting. So we're going to spotlight creators. And then we'll have Sarah come up and talk about special needs. My son had special needs as well, vastly different than yours. Carebro says the house had been in my mom's family since the late 1800s. Oh my goodness. My great grandparents owned it. That house is one also the house my mom grew up in. I bet it was amazing. I bet it was amazing. This house is shaped like a sort of like a Z. This house I'm in was built in 1955, and then a man added on it in the 70s, and he also added a pool and a little shed in the back. But eventually he lost his family, and he took his life, and my house is haunted. But I found out that the original people that lived in here, which I'm not from here originally, I'm not, but some of my mom's family is, that's the original people that lived here that I happen to be related to, which is weird, but off topic. But I just wanted to say, you have to choose, ultimately, when you fight things, you have to choose your battle. Because ultimately, battles can be won when you're in the light, when you're a person of the light. When you choose to go dark, then you always have to go dark for the rest of your life. You end up going darker and darker and darker. And that's the truth. So I choose to go light. I choose to do the next right thing. It doesn't mean that I won't come with receipts or proof, but I will choose to go to a place of light. I will bring receipts, but I won't go low. I will just keep going higher, so the person that's doing the wrong thing, they only have the option to own what the problem is, or they'll go low. Does that make sense? To go low, to go dark, you'll just keep going dark. And situations like this with wills, it splits away the fakeness, the masks, the layers that people wear, and it brings out their very true colors. And that's the truth. That's unfortunate. And they're showing you who they really are. In situations like this, particularly, they're showing you who they really are. And when they do, believe them. Believe them. You can forgive them. You can love them right where they are, but don't think they've changed. They've shown you who they are. And that is something that you always have to remember. Do you understand what I'm saying? Take note. Take note. But don't go low when they go low. Don't go dark when they go dark. Because remember what I said, once you go dark like that, you will always have to go darker. So you can win by going lighter, by going to a place of light. It might not feel like it, but you can. Seek out the light. Those that are very spiritual know what I'm saying, but you seek out the light. You resonate higher and higher and higher, because that is where the resolution will occur. You've heard people say karma is a bee. Well, by you seeking out the light, karma will occur for them. That's just the truth. Karma will occur on their path. And this leads me to my next question. Regrets. We all have some kind of regret in our life when we look back. I shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Have your regrets taught you something? Have your regrets made you feel stronger? Have your regrets made you feel as though you wish you could go back and change something in your life? Have you ever heard about the Darley robber case? No, I haven't done any on those cases. Is that something you would be interested in me doing them on? Let me write that down. Darley Routier. Is that how it's pronounced? I have done a lot of spiritual things because some of you aren't aware. I had a near-death experience at age 12, and it brought me back with gifts. Some I already had, but that being said, but talking about regrets. Sometimes regrets teach us things. Sometimes regrets make us want to go back in time. If only I had not done X, Y, and Z. You understand what I'm saying? Is there ever a moment in time you wish you could go back and just redo it as though it hasn't occurred? Like time travel. Or do you feel like your regret ultimately made you better? Made you stronger? Or has the regret made you feel broken? Let me know in the chat. Innocent mother, I've researched her case for over 15 years. I've written many articles to help her. She is on her last appeals. Whoa. I'd like to look into that. Regrets broke you and made you sad. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes what I thought were regrets, I actually look back on and realize that sometimes they opened another door for me that I didn't realize at the time was another door. Yours make you feel more broken as well, Wendy? Maybe we need to do a workshop on that. so they do not make you feel that way. Come on, YouTube, open up that thing so we can do workshops. Wow, 27 years. I'm amazed that some attorney hasn't gone in there and proven all of this so they released her. Mob Moon. Bless your heart, Sarah. I'm visually impaired, so I'm hoping they can do me better when I go see the neuro-ophthalmologist next month. I need to look into her. Thank you for that, Mob Moon. I don't like the idea that it makes you feel more broken, ladies. You're always welcome to DM me, and if you wish, we can have a conversation about that. Thanks, Mama. Are you connected to me on Instagram? Well, that's a heart-wrenching story. Yeah, me too. What a long time to spend in there if you've been set up. Maybe I need to do a story on her. Wow. I'm not a huge channel, but maybe I can, put a spotlight on it. Oh, you don't? Well, here is my email. I'm having to stare down at the screen to make sure. Sure. Also, if you are in the bushes or in the chat and you have your own YouTube channel or you have your own small business and you're a good human, you have to be a good human. Hey, April Showers. I always support small businesses, YouTube channels that are good humans, kind people, right? And I usually bring up content creators and we'll do a show with you. So let me know. DM me at DearDana1111 or send me a comment down below after this is over and let me know about yourself. Also, I would love to know in the chat below what you think about Lisa Marie Presley going to court. Not Lisa Marie Presley, Priscilla Presley going to court about Lisa Marie adding to her will that she doesn't want Priscilla and, of course, her ex manager being trustees over, the whole mansion. And I'm glitching again. Sorry. And over Elvis's estate. She made Riley and Ben the trustees over the estate. Of course, Ben's gone, so Riley would be it until the twins get old enough. Riley could easily add her grandma, but no. Priscilla got to take it to court, which seems messed up because it causes this whole thing. And, it's going to pull in the ex-manager and all that stuff. It'd be so easy because Riley could say, Grandma, I got a new baby. I'm doing a movie. Let me add you. It's all coolio. So it makes no sense to me. She's barely buried her daughter. So what's up with that, Priscilla? Feels a little greedy to me. I mean, I've lost a child. Like I said, you could barely scoop me up. So why is Priscilla doing this now? I want to know your thoughts. Please, those in the bushes, write your thoughts in the comments when this is over. I've listened to Priscilla over the years, seen her a little bit in movies, never gave her a hard time. I'm not liking this. It feels a little greedy to me. It feels a little nasty. It hasn't been but a minute. I'm not liking this because she's going to have to prove Lisa was not in her right mind. She's going to have to pull people out of the cracks and say, my daughter wasn't in her right mind. Yeah, April did help make it what it is, but that being said, Lisa had a hand in it, was left to Lisa. Lisa's not here anymore. Lisa made a decision. Lisa made a decision. Her daughter could easily say, come on, Grandma, you've been doing it all these years, let's do this. It feels nasty. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hello, Celine Sousa. Welcome to the channel. No, I agree, April Showers. I do not disagree with that whatsoever. I disagree with going to court right when you have laid your child to rest. That's what I don't like. Lisa was on to her mother long before she died. Priscilla did not like that. Without Graceland, Priscilla is back to being a nobody. Welcome from Brazil. I love that. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. No arguing on the Dear Dana channel. This place is a no-hate zone. Love and light, love and light, love and light. All I am saying, it could easily be squashed. I don't understand it. I know Priscilla has done a ton for Graceland. A ton for Graceland. Lisa didn't want her manager to have anything to do with it. Period. Period. So, I don't really think she has any problem with her mom being part of it. I think this whole thing can be easily squashed. But this is a no-hate zone. This is a no-hate zone. The night of the last awards that Lisa was at, she did not look under the influence to me. She looked like she was sick and had signs of heart failure. Signs of heart failure. She was ashen. She was weak. Is why she had to hold on to her dad's ex-friend's arm. She could speak and think coherently, albeit she spoke slowly. She had been having stomach problems, which is a sign in women of heart failure, if you didn't know that. So, we know that Priscilla did a lot for Graceland. That is not a question. But Lisa Marie looked sick. She had signs, from what I could see, of heart failure going on. She didn't look like her oxygen was good to me. She looked ashy. So, and the way she spoke looked like she wasn't oxygenated well. She wasn't able to go up to the steps to the interview well. He came down to her. So, and she was entering in the phase of after grieving 2 years, she was in the heavy grief. She was more in terminal grief after 2 years, and it's that heavy. And she had been, like I said in my last video, fighting in court with her ex-husband in the heavy grief over her son. I mean, I feel like she was in the place of broken heart syndrome. And she had that genetic component from her family on top of it. You get me? And I think ultimately she wanted to leave the trustee to her kids. They were grown adults. They were grown adults. They could do it. And if they needed Priscilla, of course they would grab her to do it because she's been doing it all this time. I really feel it's a non-issue. A non-issue. So, I just feel like this really didn't need to be taken to court. And I feel like in the big scheme of things, in all of our lives, sometimes wills can cause ridiculous emotional, psychological problems in relationships. And you start seeing the true colors and personalities come out. And you have to seek the light. You have to stand there and realize, what kind of person do you want to be? And seek to be that person. Because that's the only way you're going to be happy. Because being with the ones you want and the love and the being in the moment, that's where the riches are. That's where the riches are. It truly, truly is. And if you journal about regrets that you've had, there are small regrets in my life, but I don't think I'd ever change any of them. I think most of the regrets that I've had have taught me massive lessons or either redirected me in my life in some way. But those of you that have had the regrets that have made you feel broken, I would really love to have some kind of class with you on here soon when we're able to help you to get rid of the feeling of brokenness, because I know that I can help you with that. Again, I do hypnosis and guided meditation and all of that stuff that can really help you open up in a way that it feels like growth, not brokenness. Growth, not brokenness. And journaling is a great way to get all of the negativity and the ick that you carry around, sometimes you don't know you're doing it, out of your body. Get it all out of your body. Don't carry it around. Don't carry the ick around. And the negativity and the stuff you feel you're stuffing away. Because when you carry that junk around, it creates disease. It creates depression and mental health issues and anxiety and panic attacks and stress and all of that crap. And unconsciously, we choose it because our body, our brain, doesn't know, our unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between truth and a lie. Some of you don't know that. Our unconscious brain doesn't know the difference between truth and a lie. So we have to be careful what stuff we put in our eyes and our ears and our thoughts. So I love knowing the way all of you think. And it's my greatest hope that you learn to reprogram what you put in here. And you learn to resonate higher and push your light up and not keep your energy down. Because that's a mistake. It's a mistake for yourself. Let's see what everybody's saying. My mom had HF, and yes, one of the signs is vomiting and nausea. Heart, yeah. Vomiting and nausea. And stomach problems. Women have different signs of heart problems than men do. So you have to be really careful. We get more misdiagnosed than anyone, and we tend to ignore it and keep on pushing. And she had all the Elvis stuff happening, and she just kept rolling and pushing, and so she could be there. I just hope the cause of death comes out soon, that people can stop speculating. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. She said that in her interview she was leaving it to her girls. That is the way it should have been. Yes, I know she put her heart and soul in Graceland. But you know, she did put her heart and soul in it. She's 77. She's getting on up there. At some point, they're going to have to take over anyway. I never carry around negativity, and even though I have special needs, I'm the most positive person. I even like to help others that are struggling. That is beautiful, Sarah. Thank you, Care Bear. We have an appointment tomorrow, don't we? Isn't it tomorrow? What time did we make it for? Please remind me. Isn't it tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Monday. It's Tuesday, yeah? But everyone, on that note, Tuesday. Thank you. See, I go squirrel. Thank you, everybody. Those that are watching, please put your comments below. I want to know what you think when this is all shut down. I appreciate you all. And let me know, do you have any regrets? Did they teach you something? Did they, make you think, make you a better person, send you into a better direction? Did they, bottom you out somehow? Let me know. I can't wait till I can start some classes so I can help people, get rid of these feelings and take you in a different direction. But on that note, thank you all for coming to Dear Dana. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I shall see everybody on Wednesday. We have a special guest, paranormal investigation. I love you, I love you, love you. Let's rock it out as we go, go, go. And I shall see you later. Mwah! Thank you so much for coming. Please, I forget this. Please like and subscribe because it gets it out in the algorithm. Thank you so much, Mom Moon. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Share if you want to, but at least like and subscribe. I shall see everyone later. Let's rock it out. Here we go. Thank thank you for coming to Dear Dana.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Hi, everybody.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the